It's funny how something so small, something that fits in the palm of your hand, it makes such a big difference in your health. We spend a lifetime trusting what we eat, especially when it's something we've always believed was healthy. But there comes a time, usually after 60, when the body starts whispering different truths. The foods we once enjoyed freely might no longer serve us the way they used to. Today, I want to talk about one specific nut, a nut that many believe is good for the heart. But for seniors, especially those over 60, it could quietly be doing more harm than good. If you're someone who snacks on nuts thinking it's a heart-healthy habit, I invite you to stay with me through this video. This isn't about fear, it's about knowledge and peace of mind. When we know better, we do better. And your heart, my friend, deserves all the protection and care in the world. So let's sit together, maybe over a warm cup of tea, and gently unpack this truth that might just help you avoid a silent mistake. Because sometimes, the things that seem small are the ones we most need to understand. For years, nuts have been praised as superfoods packed with protein, healthy fats, and fiber. They've been recommended by doctors, featured in wellness magazines, and even suggested in heart-healthy diets. And in many cases, that praise is well-deserved. But like many things in life, not all nuts are created equal, and not all are ideal for every stage of life. One of the most misunderstood nuts, especially for older adults, is the Brazil nut. Just one Brazil nut can contain up to 90 micrograms of selenium, a powerful mineral the body needs in tiny amounts. Selenium plays a role in metabolism and immune function. But there's a hidden danger. Too much selenium, particularly in aging bodies with slower metabolic clearance, can lead to selenium toxicity. Symptoms can be subtle at first: fatigue, a metallic taste in the mouth, brittle nails, or hair loss. But over time, selenium overload can cause irregular heartbeat, nerve issues, and in rare cases, heart failure. Now imagine this. A senior trying to eat better starts adding Brazil nuts to their morning routine, maybe 4 or 5 a day. It feels harmless, but that's nearly 4 times the recommended daily amount of selenium every single day. For someone younger, the body might bounce back. But after 60, the body's ability to process excess nutrients slows. The kidneys work harder. The heart becomes more sensitive. What started as a healthy habit quietly becomes a source of strain. What makes this even more concerning is that no one warns you. You don't see Brazil nuts labeled with bold signs that say, "Limit to 1 a day." Most of us never think twice, and it's not your fault. Food packaging rarely speaks the language of age, but your body does. Your heart, in its quiet rhythm, tells you when something is off, but not always loud enough to hear in time. The problem isn't just the nut, it's how we age and how the rules change. Our metabolism slows. The liver and kidneys don't clear things as quickly. Nutrient absorption shifts. What we once needed more of, we now may need less. And yet many of us continue old habits, unaware that they might be putting silent pressure on our health. This is where reflection becomes so important. Think of your body now like a wise old tree. It doesn't need the same watering as a young sapling. It thrives best with thoughtful care, the right balance, the right timing. Too much of something, even a good thing, can weaken the roots. That's why I bring this message to you. Not to create fear, but to share insight. A soft warning, a reminder that even good habits deserve re-examination as we grow older. Beyond the Brazil nut itself, there's a deeper lesson here, one about listening to your heart in more ways. And one, if you've noticed changes in your energy, in your heartbeat, in your digestion, they're not random. The body, especially after 60, speaks in subtleties from the heart. It's one of the most sensitive messengers of all. Many older adults live with quiet heart irregularities, never knowing their diet might be contributing. High levels of selenium can worsen arrhythmias, increase blood pressure fluctuations, or interfere with medications like blood thinners and beta-blockers. It's easy to overlook because the nut doesn't look dangerous. It's not salty. It's not deep fried. It's natural. But natural doesn't always mean safe, especially in excess. The truth is, as we age, we become more sensitive to everything. not just noise or weather or emotions, but to nutrients. So this is a gentle invitation. Look not only at what you're adding to your diet, but at how much you're adding and why. If you're taking supplements that contain selenium or eating selenium-rich foods alongside Brazil nuts, the total might be more than your body needs, and your heart, precious and hardworking as it is, deserves a lighter load. But let's pause. Hear and reflect on something tender. This isn't just about one nut. It's about the stage of life where we are now, a time of greater awareness, greater gentleness. After 60 life asks us to listen more closely. Not just to doctors or labels or health articles, but to ourselves. There's a kind of wisdom that comes in these years. A wisdom that says, maybe I don't need as much as I used to. Not just food, but noise, pressure, worry, even habits. We grow into a space where simplicity becomes safety, where less truly becomes more. The danger with Brazil nuts isn't about fear, it's about balance. It's a kind that mirrors what we seek in our days. A calm rhythm, a steady pace, a sense of peace in what we consume, not just through our mouths, but through our minds and hearts. When we become mindful of what we take in food, thoughts, emotions, we begin to feel more in control, more. At home in our aging bodies, you're not fragile, you're aware. And there's so much strength in that. So what should you do now? You don't need to fear Brazil nuts. You don't need to throw them all away. But if you enjoy them, limit your intake to just one per day. That's enough selenium for your body, and more than enough for your heart. Better yet, try Heart Healthy. Alternatives that carry less risk. Almonds, walnuts, or hazelnuts. All in moderation can offer healthy fats without overwhelming your system. If you take a multivitamin, check the label. Look for selenium content, and consider reducing your dose if it already meets the daily value. And if you have heart concerns or take medications, speak to your doctor about your diet, especially about things you may have overlooked, like Brazil nuts. But above all, be kind to yourself. Aging isn't about restrictions, it's about adapting with grace. You've lived decades learning what works. Now's the time to adjust gently, not out of fear, but out of deep self-respect. You're not just growing older, you're growing wiser. And every choice you make now, especially the small ones, is an act of love toward your body, your heart, and your peace. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope this conversation left you feeling more informed, more empowered, and more at ease. Sometimes it's the little things, like knowing which nut to eat, or which to avoid, that make all the difference. If this video helped you, consider sharing it with a friend who snacks on nuts or loves learning about health. And if you'd like more gentle, wisdom-based guidance like this, subscribe to Wisdom After 60. This is a place where we walk this journey together, softly, kindly, and with great care. Until next time, be well, listen to your heart, and remember, even the smallest changes can bring the greatest peace.